my friend Miguel made a short film called The Fundraiser. That is about, as Miguel states in his description, a man who is close to losing his home due to his lack of income, who happens to meet a manager of a charity. He decides to work for him, but decides to quit soon after, and then starts his own fundraiser with a dark scene behind it. This film is great overall, but there's a couple of things that he could work on in the future to make his short films better, and it's only some small details. Like in the beginning of the film, for example, there's music playing, and one of the actors takes off his earbuds, but the music continues to play. I was a bit confused by this because I didn't know whether or not the audio was coming out from his headphones or just playing out loud. The acting performance from these actors were great. They did a very good job. I didn't really find a problem with the acting. The plot of the film was very interesting. I found myself deeply engaged in the film. The black and white aspect of the film reminded me of an old Latino film, since I grew up watching some Latino films in black and white. In conclusion, I give this film a 8.5 out of 10 due to its great plot and good acting. There's just some minor things that I believe he could work on. Now on to a different film, which is quite the opposite how to rate this one. Someone on Discord sent me the link to another film saying it was a cinematic masterpiece that I'll probably like. I've watched the film, the short film, and it's a mess. It's really bad. And every time you watch it again and again, it progressively gets worse and worse. There's so many things there's so many problems with this film that I've never seen before in a film, and it's crazy. Like Colton, or his character Leroy, he hops out of his car and is making his way towards his mailbox. So, first thing is, he sees the mysterious box or the machine thing in front of him. There's a little machine in front of him, but he decides to ignore it and go to his mailbox. Then he gets his mail and sees them and picks up the machine. How it doesn't make sense for his character to not notice it from the start. And we don't know what the machine does. We don't even know what the machine is. He kind of just picks it up and doesn't play with it. He walks into his house having shorts outside, but magically now having pajamas on, or his pajama pants on, and we still don't know what the box does. It could be it could be a bomb. It could be anything. He doesn't even mess around with it. It could be just an old camera. That's what it could be, and we don't know. So he starts by taking off his glasses, turning on the TV, and he decides to finally. He knows what it does, basically. But in this scene, you can literally see the smoke machine in the shot that was not intended to be in. But according to Colton, anything bad that's in this film is meant to happen. Then his character just teleports us outside. He doesn't even have his character walk. He kind of just teleports around. And there's a floaty in the back that magically just disappears when he walks out of frame and becomes a fucking cowboy. But then reappears back in the scene seconds later. At least make your film seem good. There's so many problems with this film. There's teleporting. The actor doesn't the character doesn't seem alive, if that makes any sense. I'm not connected to the character at all. I don't feel anything towards the character. The plot is fucking confusing. I barely know what the fuck is going on half of the time. I really there's a fucking piano scene where it's complete shit. If he played it by himself, he needs to get better at piano, or at least find someone else to do that music for him, because that piano was horrible. It was horse shit. Then there's multiple scenes where his shades or glasses are on and off, and it's like he can't decide to either having them on or having them off. This film, this film is bad. I rate this film a 1.5 out of 10. Just because of the idea of the film. I feel like the idea of the film is great. It has potential. But he doesn't know how to execute it right. Keep in mind, this budget was around $2,000. $2,000. I could have bought myself a nice PC, iPhone 11. And the first short film his budget was $0. I don't know where the money went. Colton has said multiple times that part 2 is way better than part 1. I honestly have no hopes for part 2 at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys did enjoy, like the video, share the video around. This is different to the videos I normally do. It might be this video might be shitty, but it's okay. So if you guys did enjoy, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.
Never switching up. I just wanna go and get it with my friends and spend it, cause I go and get it if I want. I don't wanna second guess it, living in a second, and you coming second to the one. Lately I've been acting reckless, when I bag a necklace, I don't have a second, gotta run. But I recommend this life is what I wanted. Made a little bit of progress since we started.